Hi everybody, and welcome to the latest in the PlastikCity demos. Today I'm going to show you the quick and efficient way of acquiring quotations from our website. Obviously, it's particularly relevant to plastic molding companies or any plastic processing companies because we do cover almost every spectrum of your supply base on our site. So I'm going to keep this as brief as I can, but I'm going to also try and be thorough, show you what you can get and how to actually get those quotes. So I'll just start by sharing the screen. And, just have a look. Okay, right. Okay, so this is a homepage, PlastikCity.co.uk. As you probably know, we do jobs, used equipment. We have a lot of resources in there, but we're going to focus today on acquiring quotes. So we presently have we're 270 plus now of approved UK and Irish suppliers. What's important for you to know is that all our suppliers are verified. They must be all at least 2 years established. They must have UK or Irish-based service support, and they must be financially strong. We actually monitor that. We have a system called Detected on our website, and if we get any alerts that CCJs or any people related with accounts or any problems with any of our partners, we're alerted to this, and we contact them immediately. And if they can't satisfy us that it's a mistake or they're going to rectify it, then those suppliers are removed from the website. So you are rest assured that any supplier you talk to has been approved by our team. Okay, so we've got over 400 categories of equipment or services on the site, and if you want to find them, you can use several ways. You can use search engine. So if you're looking for, say, hopper loaders, okay, you click in hopper and then it comes up with anything relevant to hopper. You can click on there and you go to hopper loader suppliers. Okay, so that's one way. I want to just show you how to get around. So that's the first way. You go straight to them. You can go straight to find a supplier page, and by doing that, this would then give you a breakdown of all the different main categories, from finding molders to extrusion equipment to additive manufacturing 3D printing stuff, molds, acquired molds, materials, polymers, master batch additives, recycled material or equipment, ancillary screws and barrels. So you want replacement screw and barrels or get yours refurbished, all types of automation, all types of machinery, obviously all equipment suppliers, and then also quite an important one, your service providers. So if you want people to come in and program your robots or to give you quality control facilities, then we have them all here. Okay. Lastly, if you need finance on your machines, we also have a list of suppliers on there who can give you comparative quotes. That is the main categories. You click on them and then you drill down, or you can use the site index. There's a lot on here, as you can see. So we would recommend you either drill down from here or, as I said, use the search engine. But let's say, for instance, you were looking for a quote for a dehumidifying dryer. Okay, so you can put in here dehumidifying dryer material suppliers, or you can drill down to ancillaries. Okay, and then you're looking at material drying. Okay, so all different ancillaries there. Then you go dehumidifying dryers. There's also a fair bit of help that we can give. What hot air dryers, what are your dehumidifying dryers? So we give a bit of detail in there. But let's say, okay, dehumidifying dryers. So we only have, in most of the key sections, we only have 6 suppliers. We do minimize, we never allow more, apart from saucer molder, we don't allow any more than 8 in any category. This is to ensure that we can keep the standard high, and also to ensure that the suppliers in there get a good level of leads coming through. So in this case, you can see the companies that we have on, all pretty high level companies. There's a brief summary of those suppliers here. You can see where they're based. You can contact them direct by clicking on this. Opens a window, contact us window. If they have reviews, you can see quite a few of these do. You can read their reviews. You can schedule a meeting with them. You can schedule a video meeting. Just clicking on this, you put your name, your address in, who the attendees will be. You can say, I want to schedule a video conference or an on-site meeting at your premises or at their premises. You can put in your preferred time slots, brings a bit of a calendar there, number one, number two, number three, send meeting requests, and they will come back to you to either accept one of those times and send you an invitation to a meeting, or they'll suggest an alternative one. So that's quite a tasty facility. You can go straight to their website. You can read their recent news, which is a good way of catching up on what they've been doing, and that directs you to all their articles that are hosted on the Plastic Media site, as you know, is a sister company of ours. Or you can just go into their full profile. So, for instance, you go to the full profile to have a look at that company. You can read a brochure, which you click on that, and you can have a look at one of their brochures. It takes a little bit of time sometimes to load this because they're not quite big, but you can turn over the pages and you can read the brochure. Okay. You can see their summary of their business, what their product ranges are, what the specialist areas are, what are the services they offer, a few images if you want to have a look at them. And then also, if they've got a profile, this is our verified seller. So just to show you what before was, this is to show that we have verified they have UK or Irish-based service. They are, we actually say minimum for 2 years. They are of a legal form. They supply, that's the other thing we do, confirm they supply premium quality equipment or services. We don't like representing low-cost suppliers, and so we keep it our standards high by really only promoting on here, recommending premium equipment suppliers. Okay, so we check this, and as I said, we get if anything comes in through these insights, we will get an alert that says, "Hey, CCJ's been raised," and we would know. So you should rest assured that all the suppliers on here we have meet those standards. So you decide, okay, I want to get a demodifying dryer off the following companies. Well, PFAD could be your existing supplier, and you might want to get an alternative quote. So where you see a green tick, you can put across it. That means they will not get the information for the quote. And you might think, well, actually, I've also got some equipment from these guys, and I want an alternative quote of, so I'm not going to use Labatec. So in this case, the quote would only go to, quote request would only go to Whitman Banfeld, Summit Systems, and PL Machinery. Okay, so after you've read, you think, okay, I want those things to quote. You then complete the details here. Okay, in this case, it's quite a bit of detail. It's a customized form. So you can put in what materials you want to dry. If there's more than one, you put it all in. Do you want to hop a dryer loader to convey the material into the dryer? So it's quite a customized form. If you don't want to fill all that in, you can just put, I just want a dehumidifying dryer for my, DMAG 400 tonner. This is the throughput. This is the material. Say how many units you want. When you want delivery, you can pick how long you want it, budget only maybe. Where your delivery location is, UK and Ireland. And if you've got any attachments, a drawing, a spec, equivalent spec, you might attach a specification for a similar unit. Put your details in here with your email address. Are you happy for them to contact you by email or by telephone? If it's by email only, you do that. If it's by telephone, you push yes, and another box opens for you to put a telephone number in. Okay, and what you then do, submit a quote. So that information you put in here then would go in this case to those 3 suppliers, and they would return with a quote. And like I said, they're not supposed to get, if you put email only, they're not supposed to get hold of you. They're not supposed to phone you. If they do, you need to let us know, because we kind of frown on that. But they should get you a quote, and then you're fit to compare and go off and hopefully acquire your equipment. So that is an example of how to do it on equipment. If I want to quickly go back just to show you, by the way, we have a breadcrumbs facility now, which is pretty good. So that directs you through the channel UK. So you can go all the way back to find a supplier here, and you could say, okay, I now need some material to put into my dehumidifying dryer. And these are the different types of materials. We have material distributors, compounds, specialists, master batch, add different additives, purginates. You can see we covered a lot: rotomolding, 3D printing, biodegradable materials, and actually rod shape and tubes and sheets. So you can acquire any types of plastic material here. So let's say, for instance, you want to buy, you just want some polycarbonate. Okay, again, same scenario. You've got your 6 suppliers. You can read about them, as I mentioned before. You can say, well, I don't want to get off these guys, and I don't want to get it off, say, these guys. And then you click down and you say, I want to replace an existing grade of material. Okay, if you know the material, then it comes up another thing here. You put in material spec that you're looking for. You can put in spec sheets if you want, and then it's very easy to fill in the rest of volume you required. If you wanted just a new grade of material, then you've got a bit more stuff to fill in. So you put in your polymer type. So it could be that you want a polycarbonate. So you just go down to PC there. Okay, you can put in whatever MFI if it's relevant. What process you're looking at, is injection molding, what the application is. That can often help the material supplier. Do you have color? Is it black, transparent? Do you have any fillers that you want to put in it? Type of fillers, and then the percentage of filler. So you have quite a bit of information you can put there to help the supplier. Then you put in your volume required, and exactly the same as before. You send it off, and you will get your quotes. So these are where we get our customized forms. In some cases, it's not as easy for us to do that. So in some cases, we just have a simple box for you to fill in. This is quite relevant in the equipment suppliers because it isn't as relevant. So if you're looking at different types of equipment, you have different type 3D printing systems, ancillaries. We mentioned before, anti-static, brass inserts, bulk and vein. So you can see we try and cover again what you want. If say heater bands, because again, elements control is very difficult to produce a form to do that. All we have here is you still can tick out if you don't want to get a quote from any particular companies, or you do particular, and then it's a simple form to fill in. Okay, and you can make the form bigger there by doing that, and then you just write in your requirements there. You can put where you want to deliver to, and you can attach files, images, dimensions, anything like that there. So you either have a customized form, or there's a simple form like this. Depends on if it's suitable for a customized form. Then we design and build one. Right, and I think in terms of acquiring quotations, I've pretty much covered what we're looking for. So without further ado, I think I should leave us there, and thank you very much for listening. Bye bye now.